Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. It is another scorchingly hot day here in South Africa. Lots of people are having parties. I think lots of going back to school, going back to work. Not partying like Boris and his lot at Downing Street during lockdown, but still partying. So if you hear noise in the background, that is what's going on, carousing. But anyway, some royals won't be carousing, given what has been happening in their world lately. The royals in question, of course, Harry and Meghan. Prince Andrew has been given the chop by William and Charles, the two water sign men. Got rid of the third water sign. Andrew, of course, is a Pisces. But big question, of course, is, are Harry and Meghan the ones next in their sights? And allegedly, there are moves afoot to remove them from the royal website. I know lots of people are annoyed that Harry and Meghan, who so publicly left and burnt their bridges and said such terrible things about the royals, are still on that website of royals and in prime position really on that website. It does seem as if moves are afoot to get rid of them. I want to know about that, and I also want to know whether they are going to be featuring in the Jubilee, among other things, just generally using the Santa Muerte tarot, one of my favorite tarot decks, Santa Muerte, which I always struggle to get on screen for you without, it's very shiny lettering, but that is it. And the Santa Muerte tarot, of course, is a death tarot. Endings, the death card always means dramatic and abrupt endings to situations. So are Harry and Meghan out? Are they the ones next as Charles and William do a purge of the dead wood in the royal family? There is quite a lot of dead wood floating around. Some others that could also be being removed from the public circulation. But the big ones, of course, the two in Montecito, who seem to be circling and sending out smoke signals that they are willing and able to be on the balcony in June. And if not on the balcony at Buckingham Palace, they will be building a balcony at Montecito. I'm sure there are plenty of balconies in their property, as there are plenty of bathrooms. There must be plenty of balconies for them to appear and wave at the adoring crowds on the Queen's birthday. Rumour has it that they are planning their own Jubilee celebration, so we'll be looking to see what's going on there. But right now, Celtic Cross coming up with the Santa Muerte tarot. Are they also for the chopping block? Harry and Meghan, how far is this purge going to go that William and Charles seem to be undertaking right now? Very aware of public sentiment, the pair of them. And we had the Six of Cups as the underlying energy, and the Six of Cups is, of course, the past, happy memories, childhood, a rather sentimental card, sentimental feelings, of course, brother, son, happy memories, how lovely the past was when they were all working in the royal family, all pulling together, and everything was going so well. Harry was so popular, even more popular than William, and that is what is going on. It's difficult, of course, it's difficult, just as it's difficult for me to get these cards on screen. It's difficult for Charles and William to deal with this situation. Of course, much loved member of the family. I don't think Prince Andrew was much loved by either of them, but Prince Harry was. Certainly Meghan not, but Prince Harry definitely was. So it is difficult for them. So let's see the heart of the matter right now for these two men. There is the King of Swords. Yeah, it's definitely on the cards with that card, the King of Swords. I was just thinking about it before I started this reading and thinking how people change, and these two water sign men have changed from King of Cups to, in William's case, he has changed really to a King of Wands, a very fiery, dynamic energy, and Prince Charles is changing more and more to the King of Swords. He's more and more taking over that Prince Philip role, the air sign role, a much cooler energy, a much more strategic and shrewd energy, wise energy. Not that water signs aren't wise, but much more inclined to rule with his head than his heart, less sentimental. Here we have the sentimental energy with the Six of Cups. It is the sentimental card of the tarot. But the King of Swords, they are ready for it. They are up for it. They are prepared to do it. They absolutely are. So the Harkles should be shivering in their booties in Montecito. The challenge that is being faced by these two men at the moment, and that's the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And it is really, it's a terrible card. This does have some grim imagery, the Santa Muerte Tarot, this kind of, what's the word? It's not carnage, but it's Pol Pot kind of energy. Absolute massacre has happened here with the Five of Pentacles, of loss, of ruin and desolation. When the card is in the reverse, they want to bring someone back from exile. They really to cast further out into exile. Harry, we're not talking, Meghan's energy isn't showing up here in this reading so far, but to cast Prince Harry out into outer darkness really is very difficult for them. They don't want to do it, but it's a feeling that they must do it. With that Five of Pentacles in reverse, it's almost as if there is no return. If they do this, there is no way back for Prince Harry, and that is what's probably the only thing that's stopping them right now. That fear that what will he do? We've already seen Prince Andrew talking about financial ruin and all the rest of it and what's going to become of him, and he is a much older man. He's lived his life, he's had his opportunities, he's had his moments of glory. Prince Harry is much younger. He's got a long way to go as an exiled member of the royal family, so it's very difficult for them. It's a very difficult card, this, the Five of Pentacles, whether it's in the upright position or the reverse. It's just difficult energy. And is there any way back for this wayward prince that they're dealing with? So let's see what is going on behind the scenes with Charles and William, and this whole mess that they're finding themselves in. It's an interesting card because it's a friends card. It's a getting together and discussing card. It's a strange energy from this card because normally it's a party card, and I was joking about Boris and his cohorts carousing during lockdown while everyone else was staying at home, and people were dying alone and people were giving birth alone, and it was all absolutely terrible. It was horrific. People were suffering unbelievable traumas, and they were partying and smuggling alcohol into Downing Street. Anyway, I don't know why I'm beating on about that, except I can imagine how upset the Queen is. But here we have the party card, the Three of Cups, and that's what's going on behind the scenes. But I don't think it's party. I think it's meetings. Cups is water signs, and meetings between them, the William, Charles, and perhaps some sort of advisor. It looks informal. It looks as if they are just getting together. This is not with the Three of Cups. It's not in a business kind of environment. It's not in an office. It's not that energy. But it is an energy of communicating, of discussing, but informally. And I do think that they are discussing things behind the scenes, but in a very informal way and a non-threatening way at this stage. It's early days, allegedly, with any of these moves. And so I do think that that informal energy coming off the Three of Cups is appropriate. And their focus right now, that's the King of Wands in reverse. I think that they want to pull the plug on this attempt by Prince Harry to be the King of Wands. That he is trying to steal the limelight from the royal family, set up his own rival court in California, trying to be the dynamic one, the leader, all these roles. The Wands is very much about the movies, Netflix, Spotify, all of those things. And so trying to really prick that balloon, prick that ego, take him down. He has got too big for his boots. He's really hogging all the publicity. He's stealing all the limelight from them. They've got a big year coming up with the Jubilee, and they can't have Prince Harry strutting about the world stage as the King of Wands, saying, look at me, I'm having my own rival Jubilee celebrations in California, I'm setting up my own court, I am the popular one, I am the dynamic one, I'm the cool one, the woke one, all the rest of it. And so I think that they do want to bring him down a peg or two. The question is how, without this ruin and desolation that is so vividly depicted in that Five of Pentacles card. So, recent past, what's been going on in the past, and we get the Three of Wands in reverse. And negative publicity with the Three of Wands. For some reason, I get that there's a message in this card, which there isn't usually. Usually the Three of Wands is about expectation, waiting for things to increase and to grow. With the Three of Wands in reverse, expectations not being met, things not growing, expanding, things actually withering and shriveling and dying and giving up hope, stopping waiting for something. They've been waiting for Prince Harry to come back and he hasn't. I feel with that card. They've been watching to see what's been going on with him as well, and it has not been going well with him. So I think there's double meaning in that card. They've been waiting and watching, waiting to see, is he going to come back, or waiting to see, is he going to succeed over there? Two things, and they have given up. They've given up waiting. I think they've given up thinking he's going to succeed. And there is that energy, that secondary energy of the King of Wands in reverse. He hasn't succeeded. Do they need to bring him down a peg or two? He's doing very well himself at failing, very publicly failing at the moment, but he does pop up every now and then with some new scheme. And of course there's the book hovering that everybody is waiting for. That could be absolutely calamitous, in particular for Prince Charles. And so there is a lot of wait and see kind of an attitude in this thing, even with this Three of Cups, talking, meeting behind closed doors informally, but not ready to act, even though the heart of this reading was the King of Swords, who is ready to act strategically. They are thinking, but they haven't yet pulled the trigger. That's the past energy. What's going to be coming up in the future with this situation? We get a King of Pentacles in reverse. They're going to pull him down. King of Pentacles is the earth sign man. It's Prince Harry, and it does look as if they are going to take something away from him. How interesting that this pirate king, he looks like a pirate king, is clutching that treasure chest. It's in the reverse. Two kings in the reverse here we've got, and the one is the publicity hound, the one who wants to be noticed and adored, the one who wants to have the treasure, who wants to be seen as the stable leader and all of that. They are, I think, going to do something to lower his status with that king in reverse coming up. Whether it is as extreme as what has happened to Prince Andrew, I do not know from that card. But when a king is in reverse, that's quite a fall from grace for that king. And we've had it twice in this reading. They are the upright King of Swords in this reading, who are concerned about the extreme difficulty that this King of Wands will face if they pull the plug on him. But they're prepared to do it. King of Swords upright, King of Pentacles in the reverse as the future energy. They really are. Don't be surprised if you see, starting with removed from a royal website, if you hear that all those honours have been stripped from Prince Harry. He has, of course, lost a lot of things already. But if you hear that it's going to get a whole lot worse and that he is going to have to be regarded as a private citizen in future, it's coming. It's coming from that card. Let's see specifics. Specifically the website, the first place that seemingly they're going to be starting. Yes, I get that they're taking him off it. It's the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles is very much the card of being in that line of succession, being a member of that very hierarchical household. The Ten of Pentacles is all about your money and your status and your security and your prosperity and your future abundance. in the reverse, being removed from that, losing it. It's a big loss, Ten of Pentacles, big loss coming up for Prince Harry. Meghan Markle doesn't care, but this is, she, as I keep saying, hasn't showed up in this reading at all. This is about Harry. And Ten of Pentacles in reverse, he is going to be removed from that website, absolutely. Off he goes, out of it. You are not a member of this royal family anymore. You are not a working member. You are not worthy of mention on our official website. So you're gone, absolutely. And it's going to be a big blow to him because he trades on this. He absolutely trades on it. And particularly, he's got his book coming out, his Netflix documentary, and all the other things that he allegedly is working on. If he is removed from the royal website, it's a very much a sign to everybody who is working with Prince Harry that actually he's just a nobody, and absolutely insignificant. What about the Jubilee? What role is he going to be playing in the Jubilee? Seven of Wands in the reverse. I think he's out there as well. The Seven of Wands is normally maintaining your position. Very interesting, isn't that? You don't see it in this card. It's not the Rider-Waite, the standard Rider-Waite depiction. None of these cards are, very obviously. But normally it's someone holding their ground, maintaining their position. They're fighting off attackers who are coming at them. They're defending themselves. But when the Seven of Wands is in reverse, they cannot defend themselves. They're basically defending something that is indefensible. They lose their position. They lose their status. They lose that high ground. And they cannot defend themselves. So it looks to me as if Prince Harry is not going to be on that balcony in June at the Trooping the Colour. He is not going to be there. He is going to be demoted. He is going to be ousted. He is going to be told, you are not welcome. You have brought this family into disrepute. You have chosen this path that you are on, and we are going to act to make sure that the royal family survives the slings and arrows you have hurled our way. So that's very interesting. Hopes and fears for Charles and William while all of this is going on. Knights of Swords. They're hoping that they can do this decisively, swiftly, that they can act quickly. It's all gone on. It's dragged on so very long, and people are furious with them about it. Well, not furious. Well, some people are. But people are impatient. People are saying, come on, you've dragged your heels with Prince Andrew. This has gone on and on and on for years. Prince Harry as well, the situation has gone on for years. 2 years of Megxit. Prior to that, he and Meghan were causing trouble. He's caused trouble for many years before that while he was on his own. Vegas, all the rest of it. Prince Harry has been no end of bad news for the royal family. Act swiftly. They're hoping that they can be decisive, and that this is all over quickly. So the outcome. And the outcome, wow. Oh, wow, it's a chilling card. The Grim Reaper there, the Justice card. And it's interesting that the Justice card in this tarot deck, big sigh there in the background if you heard that. That's Tess having her afternoon snooze after a trip to the beach. Very tired. The Justice card has this depiction of death in it, which of course this tarot deck is all about death and transformation. So there it is. Just desserts. It looks as if justice is going to be served. Harry and Meghan are going to get what they deserve from Prince William, Prince Charles. They're out. That size is going to sweep and cut them down. It's going to cut Harry down. I kept saying bring them down a peg or two. That's what's going to happen, and it's going to be seen. It's a major arcana. It's going to be very public. People are going to like it, I think. People are going to say, yes, they got what they deserved. It's about time. Sitting above the Knight of Swords, it's about time. We support this decision. It's fair. Justice card is always about what is fair, what is right, what is karmic, getting what you deserve, and it is going to be seen as something that really, I think, pleases a lot of people, that brings balance back into the situation. At the moment, the situation is very out of balance. It's wrong on a lot of levels, and this looks like it is going to put everything right in a very Shakespearean way. Always at the end of a Shakespearean drama, the world is set to rights. justice, however terrible the thing is that has been gone through, the kings losing their heads, losing their lives, losing their status and position, but justice is restored in the end. And this is what we have going on here in this reading. And thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you on the next one.